The countdown is on until the NCAA Men's Final Four, and we're going to be hosting that right here in downtown Indianapolis.
So games are already underway, and a few fans spent this afternoon watching at Bottleworks B-Ball Bash. We're just over 2 weeks away from crowning a champion at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah, so much basketball between now and then. Jenna Webster is downtown for what is expected to be the biggest Final Four weekend yet. Jenna.
Yeah, so much basketball to watch, and we're really excited to watch it here too, because it's not just the Division I Final Four that we're going to be having here. Indy is also hosting the NIT games, the Division III and II games. So lots of basketball to look forward to, which means Indiana Sports Corps is estimating 70,000 people will be downtown every single day of the tournament. So lots for them to do, lots of basketball to see, but also lots of other things to check out. This has been 5 years since we hosted the Final Four, 11 years since fans could attend. So you're going to start seeing the signs going up all over town. I'm actually told, so the logo, they're saying it's a retro look this year with throwback nods to Market Square Arena from 1980. And of course, the Indy flag is in the center too. Today, they're starting to put up the stage for the free 3-day music festival, which, by the way, I'm told we've got one more special guest to announce, and that's coming up next week. The city is, of course, excited to welcome all the fans.
What's really fun is the walkable downtown. All of those free and family events, that's in a 1-mile walking radius. So you get downtown, you can park in one location, and then you're able to walk to all these free and low-cost events for all the families.
So there are going to be some road closures starting April 2nd, but there are a few that you need to know about now. So take a look at this map on your screen. This is around American Legion Mall downtown. Today, North Street is closed from Meridian to Pennsylvania. Then tomorrow, Pennsylvania is going to be partially closed between St. Clair and Michigan. The Georgia Street construction project crews are still working on it. They're getting it all finished up so that this is all going to be open. We're going to have the tailgate events here. Fans are going to be able to walk here on their way to Lucas Oil. Lots to look forward to this upcoming couple weekends from now. So if you're looking for some of the events, looking for some ideas, we've got all that up on WTHR.com right now. Just look for the Scene on 13 tab, guys.
All right, Jenna, thanks so much. So much excitement and so much to look forward to. Thanks so much. Right now, if you're looking ahead and you happen to be a Purdue fan, you know we're a little more than 24 hours away from Purdue's time in the national spotlight.
So the Boilermakers take on Queens at 7:35 tomorrow night. Dom joins us live from St. Louis, where he just heard from the team in the past couple of hours as they get ready for the game. Hey, Dom.
Hello from St. Louis, Missouri. This is the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis. This is where all the action is going to be happening, and right now we're wrapping up practice for the day. The Missouri Tigers, not a far drive for them. They're on the floor practicing. We saw all 8 teams practice today, and like you said, we heard from all 8 teams and their coaches as well as we gear up for the first round of the NCAA tournament, obviously starting today, but for teams like Purdue, their tournament journey kicks off tomorrow, and they will be playing the aforementioned Queens team out of the Atlantic Sun. Atlantic Sun champions, this is their first trip ever to the NCAA tournament. And if you remember, a year ago, Purdue's opponent, High Point, who just beat Wisconsin today, it was their first tournament appearance a year ago as well. So a couple of firsts for opponents in the first round for Purdue here as we go in the last few years of the NCAA tournament. But for Queens, it's all about offense. That's all the Purdue players and Matt Painter talked about today. This team can light it up. They're a good three-point shooting team. They like to push the pace. And when you're a mid-major team and you're going up against the Big Ten tournament champion like Purdue, it's going to take a lot of threes, running up and down, making it a track meet, and see how you can fare if you're going to get an upset, a 15-2 upset, which is all too uncommon in the NCAA tournament. But don't tell Purdue that. They're ready. They respect Queens. They know the challenge that lies ahead in the first round. Matt Painter, Trey Kaufman, Braden Smith, they've been around the block. They know not to take it for granted and to take their opponent lightly.
Got a lot of respect for Queens and what they've been able to do, and they can really score the basketball. They're well coached, and it's going to be a tough game for us.
Play really fast, shoot a lot of threes. Offensively, I think they're just a really good team, overall. Whenever teams play fast like that, shoot a lot of threes, they can beat anybody if they're hitting.
Really just execute, I think, but kind of like what Fletch said, they're really good offensively. And so we got to be great like we have been these past 4 games, and I think defensively just be locked in, ready to go.
Locked in and ready to go. That is the name of the game as the final team here in the day before the first day of the NCAA tournament for these teams is finishing up its practice right now. This Enterprise Center, pretty sweet right here. It's going to be jam-packed, no doubt about it, all throughout the day tomorrow as Purdue gets ready to take on Queens in the first round of the NCAA tournament. We'll be back with you at 6 with more pregame coverage as Purdue, with all the tournament success they've had in recent years, they're no stranger to the upset either, so you can bet they're going to be locked in for this one against Queens. Tomorrow evening, we'll be back with you at 6 with much more.
Oh no, Angela says bite your tongue there, Tom. They've got the momentum. We're not going to talk about anything upset except for Purdue doing that to their opponents. All right, we'll check back later. And our March Madness coverage continues here at 5:30. That's we're going to take a look at some of the bets that people are placing right now about the brackets and also some of the trends that we're seeing tonight. Also, the warning you're going to want to keep in mind if you happen to be looking to make some quick cash. Also, do you know about Locked On Sports?
Yes.
If you don't, we want to make sure you do. They're keeping you in the game with all things March Madness. This is a show you can stream. They've got previews of tomorrow's men's and women's games right now.
Yeah, just check it out on our TV streaming app, WTHR Plus. It is free. Alrighty, and as we head into the weekend, we are seeing some warm and beautiful temperatures. And Angela, all the bad words I gave you earlier this week with the snow, I take them back.
She's taking
eat my words.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're Friday Eve. Everybody kind of feeling like that weekend vibe even
Yeah, did
today.
I say it's Friday?
No, you said as we go into the weekend, which we are. We are going into the weekend.
I thought it was Friday.
Well, let me just
Yes, I know. That's the conversation we've had all day. And I think the tournament kind of adds to that feel in spring and the temperatures changing and spring break. Everyone's just like, just get me to the weekend.
I know. Traffic was light. There is no one here at work today, by the way.
Nobody.
Parking spot.
I had a good
That's why it feels like,
Yes.
That's why it feels like a Friday.
We're like right next to the as close as you can get without not being in the special needs spot.
And on a day where you actually wouldn't mind a walk to across the parking lot.
Right.
Look at all of this sunshine from Bainbridge to downtown Bunker Hill to Carmel. Sunny skies and yes, officially 70 degrees in Indianapolis today. 24-hour temperature change, impressive. We're up 22 from this time yesterday in the capital city. We're up 24 in Shelbyville. That puts temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. We're going to go even warmer tomorrow afternoon. Yesterday at this time, we talked about a rain chance. There were a few sprinkles across the northeastern part of the state. Otherwise, the shower activity today stayed off to our east, and that's going to be the case for the next couple of days. Spend some time outside this evening. Evening temperatures in the 60s.
All right, thanks so much.
Developing tonight, several people are recovering after a car crash into a Martinsville restaurant.
These pictures here show the chaotic scene. This is from late last night. What we're now learning from police that happened the moments before that car went through the side of the restaurant.
Brendan Schaff reports from Martinsville.
These images capturing the shocking moment a pickup truck drove into a Martinsville Chili's dining area. Martinsville police say it happened around 5:30 p.m., and as many as 11 people were injured. Marge Money lives nearby, and while she wasn't there when the crash happened, she's been to this location often. She came to see the damage for herself on Thursday.
I was stunned, absolutely stunned.
This happened Wednesday evening during dinner time. You can see the damage that this created piled up on the side of the building, and you can see where the car went through the side, all boarded up.
Morgan County Sheriff Rich Myers says an investigation into what happened found the driver was a man in his 60s who had a leg disability. His vehicle has a modified pedal system, and he had pulled into the parking lot to meet his wife for dinner.
Got a leg caught in that modification, and the gas pedal was hit, unfortunately, accidentally, and went through the Chili's, continued on through the Chili's.
One woman had a serious concussion from debris, and others had minor injuries, transporting themselves to the hospital. Myers says warrants will be obtained to examine the truck and restaurant. Once the investigation is complete, the findings will be sent to the Morgan County prosecutor, who will make a charging decision.
It is a very serious situation. It's scary, and it being an accident, we're still going to treat it as an investigation, and if anything, criminal would come from this.
Myers says the restaurant scene is clear and the owner can reopen when they can. Money hopes that happens soon.
I just hope everybody gets well quick and they figure out what happened and get this place opened up real good, and God bless them.
In Martinsville, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Myers asked anyone else who was injured to let police know and contact the Morgan County Sheriff's Office non-emergency number, which you can find with the story on our website at WTHR.com.
Tonight, 2 young adults are under arrest. They're both accused of firing shots toward the Metro Police Mounted Patrol Barn. Officers arrested an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old with preliminary charges of criminal recklessness and also possession of marijuana. It happened at this new facility. The barn is located near West Michigan Street and North Tibbs Avenue. And this is video that we took when that new facility opened just back up in August. Thankfully, no horses were hurt in the incident that occurred on Wednesday afternoon.